together and just make the day.
We have 3 words that go well with the game: think, fight, live. So you have to think, you have to work together because it's a co-op game after all. You have to fight because it's an action game, and then you have to live. You have to take care of the survivors, you know, have your camp, etc., and survive in a post-apocalyptic world.
Yeah. Tell us about the setting and story for this, because The Walking Dead, as we know, obviously has many different iterations, different characters. How does this fit into the fiction?
So this is a very good question. We are on canon, right? We build the whole story and the characters with Robert Kirkman and his team at Skybound.
Yeah.
And we created with them a new story, with a complete new set of heroes, let's say, right?
Yeah.
And basically players get to experience that story that we built and crafted only for Overkill's The Walking Dead in Washington, D.C.
Players take the role of 4 different survivors: Aiden, Heather, Grant, and Maya, as you traverse through Washington, D.C. and try to get by, essentially.
I was playing. You pick one of the 4 characters, and tell us about the different sort of abilities or traits of those 4 characters.
So like every character has its own, let's say, forte, right? So Aiden, for instance, is more of a brawler. He goes, it's a frontliner, goes with his baseball bat, has more
favorite
health.
baseball bat,
Shotgun, you know, he likes it close and personal. Maya instead is more like a mid-range. So if you're playing Maya, you want to make sure that you support your teammates, make sure that they don't die, basically, right? Grant is more of a, what we call a tactician.
Yeah.
So he's actually always in the back line, right? And killing enemies from afar and supporting their friends with extra damage boost when he marks enemies, right?
And utilizing sniper rifles, for example,
And Heather is our scout, so she's gonna make sure that you get more loot out of your, let's say, runs through the city.
Wow. Now, I was playing this 2 weeks ago, same level, and it's definitely one of those ones where there are objectives you're trying to go through, and again, you definitely have to stick together. It's a fierce game if you go out on your own, and pretty scary. In terms of the enemies that you're going to go up against, obviously it's going to advance as you go through it, but tell us, what are some of the abilities and the enemies that we'll see in this game?
So the main enemy is humans, other humans. That's the biggest threat, like in the Walking Dead universe, right?
Yeah.
So whenever you see a human, you want to usually stealth through.
Yeah.
Try to trick them using walkers against them, right? And if you make too much noise, if you are, let's say, a bit clumsy, and you just go all guns blazing, then you will attract more and more walkers, right?
Yeah.
So it's always a fact of finding the good balance between stealth and more action.
Yeah.
But what we made sure is that it's fun, both when you're stealth and when shit hits the fan, and you know, everything is full of walkers.
So whether or not you fail, right, as a group, you're still gonna have a ton of fun, because when the shit hits the fan, the action is everywhere, and there's walkers all around, and
And this has been long in development for many, many years for you guys. Why has it taken so long?
It's a good question. We wanted to do it right. Payday 2, that was the game we last released, became really successful. We had a super good post-launch campaign, and it became so successful that we added more resource to that, so we could continue working on the Walking Dead game. But thankfully, we managed to increase the Overkill crew in size, you know, and continue development. And here we finally are, and super ready to release the game. And we just announced that the pre-order is going to go live tomorrow, so we're really excited about that.
All right.
Game's coming out in November.
That's great. It's really happening in November.
November 6th.
Wow, well, it looks really cool. You know, it's definitely, I said, it's a different style of co-op game, methodic, but it really feels like if you stick together and communicate, it's very important to play through it.
We're doing our best together with Robert to try to stay true to the Walking Dead universe, and we really think we're onto something here. And it's going to be so fun to hear what the Walking Dead fans and any other first-person shooter fan thinks about the game when they come here tomorrow, so you can check it out themselves.
I get to play it, right?
In our booth, in the West Hall.
Awesome. All right. Well, Starbreeze, you guys have a lot of really interesting games, and you said you take the time to make it right, and I think gamers appreciate that. That you've devoted many, many years to developing it. So we'll look forward to seeing more on it tomorrow and checking it out later this year. Folks at Starbreeze. All right. Well, we asked you earlier to share all your Sony press conference predictions and hype. Well, it's almost here. We're about a half hour away from the start of the press conference, so let's see what you guys had to say.